Season 2 of Modern Warfare 3 Rank Play is almost upon us, and in this video I will be sharing 10 tips and tricks on how to improve your gameplay, but also how to strategically boost your rank based on how the SR system works. Throughout the video I will also be showing in-game examples and how each one of them reflects to certain tips shown in this video. Without further delay, let's go. Starting off with some general information for any new players out there. With the introduction of Season 2, your division will be dropped back 3 tiers, with the maximum division you restart being the Diamond. This brings us to tip number 1, so those of you who are looking for a head start, make sure you hit that new division or tier before the end of each season, because all those points you have earned while being in any tier will be for nothing. Let's do an example on this. Imagine you are a Platinum 3 player currently at 5,300 SR and you only need 100 more SR to get promoted to Diamond. If you fail to do this before the end of each season, then the extra SR you have earned, which in this case is 500 SR, will be gone and you will be resetting from the minimum SR value of Gold 3. Coming up next is tip number 2, which is going to be increasing your HPR as much as possible until the end of every season. If you have no idea what this means, it's a hidden rank in terms of SR, which is determined by how well you individually perform against other players. I made a detailed video covering everything you need to know about this. Link will be in the description below if you're interested for more information. Nevertheless, a high HPR achieved in Season 1 means that when Season 2 drops in and the reset takes place, it will be much more easier to climb up the ladder as you are going to be getting more SR per win. Easy way to remember, the greater the HPR difference from your actual rank, the more SR you get until you reach it. So this is a great way to rank up faster at the beginning of each season. Moving on to tip number 3, and this is going to be how to break money hills, especially if you are solo queue. Money hills are defined as crucial hardpoint locations where gaining control can lead to a substantial point advantage, and in most situations they do win you games. However guys, remember, rank play isn't CDO, therefore you can use certain GA weapons such as sniper rifle, which makes it so much easier to break money hills such as Skid Row P2 and P5. All you have to do is simply hardscope and wait for the enemy to peek, and yeah, that's the break. Coming up next is tip number 4, which is going to be taking advantage of god spots. We are all aware of different skill gaps in Call of Duty, mostly due to differences in gun skill. However, there are a couple of spots on every map, such as insane head glitches, which make it almost impossible for you to get spotted or being killed, and as a result, this gives you a huge advantage on every gunfight, no matter the skill level, but also allows you to control objective points. Therefore, by knowing how to get to these positions, as well as controlling them, you can outgun pretty much any player. Moving on to tip number 5, which is playing slow and avoid sprinting all the time. Competitive Call of Duty is all about teamwork, communication, and knowing when and where to push at the right time. Sometimes it is necessary to just hold down a specific line of sight for a long time. No need to keep spawning and pushing, because if you end up playing against a pretty good team which has setups, you will get killed most of the time. Now, when I solo queue, I usually control a specific position for most of the time, while at the same time watching the minimap to see where my teammates are, as well as the kill feed. This is because the kill feed will signal you when you need to push and play aggressively, or when you need to play slow or rotate early for the next hardpoint. Let's do an example on this. So in this case, as you can see, we're playing hardpoint on terminal. I am with a team, so I do have communication with them, but even if I didn't, I can look at the kill feed, which will then signal me when to push. So currently all of my teammates are away, so I'm just playing my life and waiting for them, and as soon as I see that we have 2 dead in the kill feed, 2 enemies dead, then now is the right time to become aggressive and break this hill. Again, this is example number 2. I have just spawned in with 35 seconds left in the hard point. That's a lot of time, but if I check the kill feed, it seems that my team doesn't need any help. So I rotate early because the next hill is a money hill, and I play my life until my teammates arrive.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Coming up next is tip number 6, which is going to be trigger discipline, which refers to the unnecessary firing of your weapon. This is mostly used to avoid detection by multiple enemies, especially in search and destroy, or where you are behind an enemy but you don't have a clear shot to kill him. So basically, this gives you a tactical advantage which allows you to outplay your enemies. Here's an example. I am currently playing Search and Destroy on Skid Row. As you can see from the minimap, I already know there's a guy behind me on the god steps or tunnel steps, but also there's a guy in front of me. So if I try and kill the first guy in front of me, that will give away my position, and the second guy behind me will likely kill me. So what I do, I wait patiently for the tunnel steps guy to push towards the building, and then I take both of them out. Moving on to tip number 7, which is trading with your teammates. Especially for those who are playing solo, try and be near your teammates in order to get trades, break hardpoint hills, and capture control points. If your squad happens to die at any time, make sure you try and stay alive by not pushing, giving enough time for your teammates to get back to you so you can all again push together to retake the objective. Coming up next is tip number 8, which is going to be team performances. Now, for those of you who don't know, apart from individual performances, a large amount of the overall SR you gain per game in rank play can be earned from the overall team performance, especially in higher divisions. So basically what this means is that winning games by a large margin in the scoreline corresponds to a dominant and therefore good team performance, and as a result the game will reward you with more SR, which will eventually help you to boost your rank in future seasons faster. Tip number 9 is going to be improving your centering as well as your rotational aim assist, which leads to a better gun skill overall. Centering refers to the fact that you are keeping your aim or crosshair at the center of your screen, but most importantly, you anticipate where enemies are likely to appear by pre-aiming common angles. I like to describe centering as your first line of defense in Call of Duty. Now, when it comes to rotational aim assist, this is a feature designed to assist players maintaining accuracy and tracking targets while taking rotational movements with their sticks. Specifically, moving your left stick left and right while aiming leads to a much more sticky aim instead of just standing still. A good way to practice this is to go on a private match against bots. I recommend choosing maps that are in rank play rotation so that you can kill bots by looking at common lines of sight on those maps. Additionally, something that helped me improve in competitive Call of Duty for the past 6 years was watching the pros play against each other. If you watch gameplay from professional players, you will be able to understand how they center their crosshair and position themselves strategically. Finally, I'm going to talk about a sensitivity trick, and this is just a personal preference, but feel free to try this out and let me know in the comments if it works for you. My normal sensitivity is 6.6, but there are some things where I hop into play and my aim fills up, and as a result I am losing my shots. So what do I do to fix this? I play for about 5 to 20 minutes against bots, but with a 20/20 sensitivity so that my brain gets used to this rapid change, and then I go back to the 6.6, and believe it or not, although you might find everything really slow, it actually helps you maintain your centering and your accuracy. So that's my opinion on this. I could be wrong, but it's something I wanted to share in case some of you guys have the same issue. Moving on to tip number 10 and last for this video, which is going to be jump spots and nade spots. Believe it or not, knowing certain jump spots as well as how to perfectly execute certain nade spots can help you win crucial games. Utilizing jump spots allow you to gain advantage positions on the map, rotate faster to a certain area of the map. They provide you with improved lines of sight, as well as surprise attacks so that you can catch your opponents off guard. On the other hand, nade spots are important, especially on Search and Destroy, where they can be used to gain an easy first blood in order to provide your team with better map control, as well as denying specific areas to the enemy team, forcing them to reposition. If you are looking for nade spots, you are in the right place because I have covered all common hotspots on all 6 competitive maps, so make sure you check this out. Link will be in the description below. So that's everything from me, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I am more than happy to answer them. This is Shadowiiy, and as always, take care.